And it takes airmen who are willing to step in the arena and practice. If you're ready to step into the arena, I ask that if you're ready to lead for the long game,
selectees, prepare for promotion.
Assuming the rank of Staff Sergeant.
From the 56th Medical Operations Squadron, Giselle Adelante Ingram.
From the 56th Operations Support Squadron, Kenny Vitalis.
From the 56th Operations Support Squadron, Justin Colella. From the 56th Medical Operations Squadron, Kenay Crenshaw.
Squadron,
From the 56th Maintenance Group, Jovan Durazo.
from the 56th Maintenance Group, Emmanuel Edison.
From the 56th Medical Operations Squadron, Lorenz Alizaga.
From the 56th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Neil Evans.
From the 56th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Alvin Goulart. From the 56th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Wade Lohman.
From the 56th Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Lisa McDonald.
Roderick Rozelle.
Alexander Torres.
Support Squadron, Monique. From the 56th Security Force,
Ederson Woods.
from the 56th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, John Luke Wright.
Support Squadron, Tyshawn Youngblood. As the name implies, technical sergeants are considered technical experts in their assigned career fields. They are responsible for the 56th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Gerald Clark.
From the 56th Contracting Squadron, Cameron Dungy.
From the 56th Civil Engineer Squadron, Courtney Jones.
From the 56th Force Support Squadron, Angela Long.
From the 56th Component Maintenance Squadron, Jose Santana.
Master Sergeant Promotees, will you please come forward?
Sergeants join an esteemed group of senior non-commissioned
Qualities of a leader and professional demonstrated potential to lead their airmen while
Air Force Instruction 36-2618, the enlisted force structure.
In accordance with AFI 36-2618, the enlisted Air Force structures, senior non-commissioned officers are active and visible leaders who deliberately develop junior enlisted airmen development by sharing your knowledge and experience to best meet the mission requirements. You are responsible for helping them out their careers. Chief Kwiatkowski, please come down. Please come forward and provide some words of wisdom and offer a final charge before the leaders take the step.
All right, so there I was. I was sitting on the back deck of my house, and if you don't know where I live on the far northeast corner of the base. And you know the base security perimeter, it's like a 6-foot concrete wall. So anyway, sun's going down in the west, I'm looking out over the east, the sky's, a little bunny starts hopping across the backyard, and I thought, that's cute. And then out of nowhere, a coyote jumps up onto that 6-foot wall. And he starts making his way around my yard. And he's looking at that bunny. And in a moment, he kind of crouches down. And I'm about, like, this is about to get crazy, right? When out of a tree, you can't make this up. Out of a tree, an owl swoops down without a whisper. It knocks that coyote off the back wall. I'm serious. And then it just floated right back up into the tree like nothing ever happened. At that moment, it hit me. Not the owl. Whatever advantage you think you have, air power is always the asymmetrical advantage. And we get to build the future of air power right here in the 56 Fighter Wing, and we do that by focusing on our culture. And the keys to our culture rests, in my mind, with our senior enlisted leaders. Yesterday, I was talking to some of our senior enlisted leaders over at the Senior NCO Professional Enhancement course. And I asked them, I said, what do you think about our culture among our senior enlisted leaders? And this is the three things they said. In some ways, we've grown a culture where our senior enlisted leaders are only in it for themselves. In some ways, we have grown a culture where some of our senior enlisted leaders say, do as I say, not as I do, because rank has its privileges. In some ways, we're building a culture where senior enlisted leaders hide behind AFIs and they don't look over their stovepipes to see how business really gets done, and identifying amazing ways that we can improve processes. Essentially, we stand in the way of our own greatness. Team, nobody has ever wrote a book about some mediocre person who has not impacted humanity. Somebody who just sits on the sidelines. Books are not written about people like that. Books are written about people that take risks. Books are written about heroes. Books are written about pioneers who understand that something in their environment isn't right, and they want to make it better, and they step outside of their comfort zone, and they change humanity in amazing ways. That's what we write books about. And today I'm going to ask our senior enlisted leaders to step outside of their comfort zone. I'm going to ask them to be pioneers, to recognize if there's something in their environment that needs to be changed, that they take that role of a leader and they make change happen. So team, if you are ready to accept this challenge, please step forward across the blue line.
Selectees, prepare for promotion.
Assuming the rank of Master Sergeant.
From the 56th Logistics Readiness Squadron, Allison Caldero.
From the 56th Fighter Wing Staff, Andre Leonard.
From the 56th Medical Support Squadron, Ajah Prince. By congressional mandate, selection for promotion to Senior Master Sergeant is limited to only 2% of the enlisted force. Selection to the rank of Senior Master Sergeant is truly a great accomplishment.
Assuming the rank of Senior Master Sergeant.
Equipment Maintenance Squadron, Matthew Hochstein. As prescribed by law, selection to the rank of Chief Master Sergeant is limited to only 1% of the total enlisted force. Today, we recognize the best of the Air Force's best.
Will our newest Chief Master Sergeant please come forward?
Of an enlisted airman's career to get to put that. I have all I need to succeed at this level. I mean, all of these questions start surrounding 5 ways to help you realize if you can't stop the constant urge to give advice on subjects, if you were hyphenating words that business life beyond work, the subject matter expert, whose word is their bond, who put character above wealth, who possess opinions and a will, who do not hesitate to take chances, who will be honest in small things as in great ones, who will make no compromise with wrong, whose ambitions are not confined to their own selfish desires and interests, who will not say they do it because everybody else does it, who are true to their friends through good report and evil report, in adversity as well as in prosperity, who do not believe that shrewdness, cunning, and hard-headedness are the best qualities for winning success, who are not ashamed or afraid to stand for the truth when it is unpopular, who can say no with emphasis, although all the world is saying yes. Congratulations, Chief.
Thank you, Chief Kwiatkowski. Chief Schmidt, please prepare for your promotion.
Assuming the rank of Chief Master Sergeant.
From the 56th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron, Chief Master Sergeant Jason Schmidt. All the chiefs and chief selects to the stage. At this time, can we get all chiefs and chief selects to the stage?
Hold up, Chief. Give my words of wisdom first.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm absolutely floored. Thank you so much. General Leonard, Chief K, thank you for hosting this month after month. Don't really like following your speeches up, but I guess I kind of have to. So just have a few thanks I want to knock out real quick. Colonel Hudson, Lieutenant Colonel Pletz, I know you're way back there in the nosebleed section. Sirs, thank you for entrusting me to be an enlisted leader in one of your AMUs. And not only just come into one of your AMUs, but start it from scratch. It's been an honor to do that, and I'm having a blast. Which leads me to the 63rd. I want to hear you real quick. Panthers! Welcome to the jungle! What do you think? It's good, right? All right. Yeah, I had the opportunity when I PCS'd in here in June to literally start an AMU from scratch. I had the building all to myself, and now today we have about 130 folks in the AMU line. So thank you everybody in the unit for helping me figure out how to lead as well. You know, it's been a team effort, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Chiefs Group, thank you guys for welcoming me in from the get-go. You know, it's tough coming into a base as a senior master sergeant with a line number for chief, right? Because you don't really know where you stand. But you guys welcomed me in as chiefs, and I appreciate that. I look forward to working with you guys in the future. Everyone in attendance today, commanders, first sergeants, family, thanks for coming out to recognize these folks, not just myself. Thank you. 15 years on this crazy ride. My wife Amber's been with me for the last 15 of the 20 years I've been in the Air Force. Stuck with me through the TDYs, the deployments, the short tours, the PCSs, and I tell you what, you guys put up with a lot of moves. I know you want to get out of here and get trick-or-treating, so I'll try to wrap this up. I love you guys so much. To our promotees today, congratulations to all of you. They talked about AFI 36-2618. and gave a few blurbs out of that. I challenge you to go back and read that through that AFI and see what your new roles and responsibilities are. We're getting paid more now, right? Our responsibilities are going to change as well. It is actually one of our shorter AFIs, if you would. So if you haven't already, get in there and peruse through it, and congratulations. So quick few words of wisdom. I tell you what, I wouldn't be on this stage today, one, without my wife, and two, without the people that have mentored me. And I tell you what, I'm going to say this, and it's not about bragging. I've been very lucky and very blessed in my Air Force career. I have had good mentors since I was a one striker all the way up till now, in every rank, in every base I've ever been at. I've always had people that cared about me and drug me along. And I'm going to give a couple examples. I'm going to make this quick and wrap this up. First base, within 4 months of being there, I deployed, so I'm a crew chief by trade, Operation Allied Force. Some of you don't even remember that. It was a while ago. Shot down 4 MiGs, by the way. Don't ever miss an opportunity to brag about shooting MiGs down. But anyways, I didn't know what I was doing, and I had the senior airman take me under his wing and taught me everything he knew about the F-15. We'd go up for 4 or 5 hour sorties, and he'd pull me over to a jet. He would explain to me how that jet worked, and he would just pour all the system knowledge out of me. He took the time to pour that into me, and he continued to mentor me on that whole deployment. And I tell you what, I was a 4-year enlisting, getting out kind of guy. And I tell you what, it was because of him I changed my mind and re-enlisted. Second example, when I was a staff sergeant at Langley Air Force Base, I had a master sergeant that took me under his wing. He's still my mentor today. He took me under his wing, wanted me to go interview for this high-vis job, right? And I just didn't want to get out of that comfort zone. And he kind of coaxed me out of the comfort zone. I went and interviewed, and I got the job anyways. And he got me to do the things I needed to do. And I worked my butt off for him, but he was there to guide me. And the reason I tell you these stories, these examples today, is because I know not everyone out there has that opportunity or has that mentor in their life or in their career. And it's actually pretty sad, but it's true. I've talked to master sergeants that just haven't had that in their career. So I challenge you all, every one of you, not just the promotees, go inject yourself into somebody's life. Go make a difference. And I'm not talking about sitting down and having a mentoring session. Strike up a conversation with that young airman. See how they're doing. Go talk to that quiet airman that really doesn't fit in with the crowd. I'm telling you right now, you may change his life. Okay? So I challenge you to go do that. So my closing remarks are very simple. Okay? Never miss the opportunity to be kind, and never miss the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. Thank you.
One, two, three. Can we get one more?
Words of wisdom.
As the most supportive unit for today's ceremony.
Would you please offer your remarks and
I know this isn't really a unit, but I was really impressed, and this isn't the award winner, but we just got to hear the YB cheer again. Can we hear the YB cheer again?
Let's go, YB!
Let's go, YB! Let's go, YB! Awesome, thank you guys. Like a unit place to put the trophy or not, so yeah. All right, it was tough. Once again, it's a tie, believe it or not, between CMS and CES.
Private Slayers! What is your profession?
I know it's a little home court advantage, but I got to give it to CE. You guys rock. Thank you.
MSG, baby!
Again, like I said, a little bit of home court advantage. Maybe this is not a good idea. But also thanks to CE for putting this on. I'd like to give them a big round of applause. The spirit, everything you guys brought it. That was awesome. It's always nice when you have like power tools and an RPG up here. I'd also like to say thanks to the club. Once again, just a tremendous venue. They're total supporters of everything we've done. I think I've been in the club every day this week celebrating some sort of leadership or awesome airman achievement. So let's give a big round for our club. I'd also like to say thank you to all the family members. It's just great to see you guys all out here in strength. I know we got trick-or-treating later on. The fact that you guys came, even on Halloween, is just a true testimony. And overall, though, it's you guys that serve and sacrifice your nation in amazing ways. And so to have you here to celebrate these promotions really means a lot. So thank you for taking time out of your schedule. Big round of applause for those that serve in amazing ways. And so before I give some remarks to our promotees, I wanted to kind of give you a little gist on why we had some people kind of dress up. You've seen a couple folks throughout the crowd dress up, but I don't see any kids that are dressed up. And so I'm like, Chief, where did you get this idea? So a big round of applause for that. You guys almost carried it just with the costumes alone. But love the spirit, and again, thank you for making this a special event and celebrating in such a neat way. So awesome. To our promotees, I'll tell you, it's really exciting to see all ranks from airman all the way up to chief get promoted today, and just to be able to celebrate alongside each and every one of you guys. And as you get a new rank, first of all, tonight, don't let anybody tell you you're dressed up as a whatever the next rank is. Like, that's legit, right? So you guys are full up. So hopefully you get to go out not in costume and just really kind of show folks that you have earned the right to the higher rank, and I celebrate that with each and every one of you guys. Those that jumped up a tier, and really even those that are just jumped up inside the tier, a lot of times we do it kind of change. So what kind of blanks do we need to fill in, or maybe get a new job, and guys, and encourage you to in other people's lives. And not just necessarily the ones you supervise, are the folks that are your superiors. This applies to folks that maybe are just in another organization, or maybe someone, how you make them great at what they do. And it starts off by really getting to know them. So seeing them for who they are, seeing them for someone behind the uniform. What are they passionate about? What are they scared about? Understanding that in a real human way. And then assessing, what do they do for the organization? Understanding, what are they trying to do in their lives, and how can you help them? And then measure that, and let that be your measure. And so I just really want to press upon your hearts as you go forth into this new rank and assume new responsibilities. Really think of those responsibilities as moving the needle in other people's lives, and judge your success on how successful you make others be. And so with that, happy Halloween and congratulations to everybody. Thank you for coming out today.
thank you, General Leonard and Chief Kwankowski.
Before we leave, we would like to acknowledge that today's event would not be possible without the support of several base agencies. Please thank Civil Engineer Squadron for serving as hosts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please rise to join us and loudly and proudly sing in the Air Force song. And thank you for attending.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sun. Good gun! Down we dive, spouting our flames from under. Off with one.